Oh my gosh.
So
This is a crime. That was
she's
the
doing a
funniest
live.
comment I've ever seen. You said if three-way calls aren't allowed, I'm pretty sure DCI would frown on a 500-way Zoom. I was busting up when I saw that. That was hilarious. That's so true. Okay. Well, wait just another second. I'm trying to figure out how to change this image right here. I don't know what's going on.
Well, she's
I'll
an
figure
idiot.
it out someday, guys. Hold on 1 second.
The Watts family are lucky to have you.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Why would they say some shit like that?
Because they're all for him.
So these are all people...
Somebody said over here a girl could hope about like being able to be in a live chat with Chris Watts.
What the...
What? What?
So,
Okay, guys.
Okay.
So, I wanted to come on here real quick. I finally had my Zoom call with Chris. We had a couple scheduling issues back and forth for so long because of COVID. But he is officially out of like quarantine or whatever, which is awesome. I mean, the prison still is having a bunch of issues. I mean, I think everyone's having issues with COVID at this point.
I mean, he can go fuck himself. And you...
Deb, thank you so much. You said the Watts family's lucky to have you. You are so awesome. Thank you so much.
She don't want me to go off.
Wow.
Yeah, like seriously.
Somebody said, why do you think he shoved his beautiful babies in those tiny holes?
Right.
Your whole channel comes down to that question.
There are so many rules and regulations when it comes to the Zoom. Like, you can't even have... So only people that are on his visiting list can have a Zoom call with him. And so there's only...
So how did you get visited?
His family and me and one other on his Zoom list, on his visitors list.
Oh.
And then they can only have Zoom calls. He can only have one 30-minute Zoom call, well, video call, every 2 weeks.
Oh, isn't that nice? He gets to have a Zoom call every 2 weeks.
I had mine, and then his parents will schedule theirs, and then I'll have mine again. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let me go over a few things that he talked about tonight. He's doing really good. I shared with him some of the messages, the emails you guys have been sending to me. They have been so fantastic. I am blown away by the amount of time you guys put into writing those messages. I have not been able to get back to everyone, obviously, because there are so many.
The only reason these girls are wanting to talk to him because they want to fuck him, number one, because they think he's sexy.
Right.
As fast as I can. And I'm thankful for all the information you guys are sharing. Just your kind words, your sentiments to the family, to Chris. It was awesome. So I was telling him about that, and Chris was so thankful for all that. I saw someone ask, how many calls can he get? The glamorous life. So... it depends on the day. It depends on if they put him in, like I said, because of COVID.
I see how she ignored that one question about...
Yeah, seriously.
One
she
phone
just...
call a day for like a few months, and that was crazy. But
so she's claiming, he didn't kill them.
Between his job...
First of all, he did, but let's just say he fucking didn't. Just for fucking fuck's sake.
Right.
He still shoved his 2 girls into an oil tank with an 8-inch opening.
Right.
So how do you explain that?
6, I think it was 6.
She's deleting messages.
Yeah, she is.
Why did he choose you to Zoom with? Girl, that's a long question. Because I'm the person he talks to probably more than the most, besides his family. Did you record the video? You can't record. If you record them, you will get banned. And if anything's leaked, you'll get in big, big trouble. Am I allowed to write him? Yeah, D's Life. You are allowed to write him. I will put his address in the About section on my channel as soon as we're done with this. That's a good idea. Oh, you know what? It's actually also on my very first video. I had a package from him, and I posted that. So it's also on the picture of my very first Zoom.
What the fuck you gonna say?
No, I am not.
I bet you would.
That's funny though. Okay.
Talking
Jennifer
about him like
Creek.
he didn't
That's
murder his
what I'm talking
family.
about right now.
Right.
So I talked to Chris tonight, and we are going to be clearing some stuff up. Once I get a phone call with him again, probably tomorrow or the next day, I will be getting a recording from Chris, though.
Is you ready?
We have to be very careful, because Chris's prison is...
That one got deleted.
I mean,
Yeah, it did.
Chris's case, obviously,
The one
is high
about
profile.
the family murderer.
And
Yeah.
so they don't like a lot of...
So she's going through the things and deleting everything.
And you spend so much time almost excited that you're close to Chris, so incredibly odd to the rest of us who know how he not only killed but disposed of them in the worst way possible.
Right. Watch how quickly that gets deleted.
I'm afraid to say something because I'll probably get blocked.
They're
Right.
saying that they have...
LOL, deleting messages you don't agree with.
Chris,
Right.
That he has confided in them details of the crime, and you guys, it is pure fake news. It is not real. It is not real.
How delusional.
He's very disheartened, to be honest, to hear that's going on, because clearly after Cadle and that whole situation happened, like, it's just, I mean...
I heard comments being
I
deleted.
don't know. It's been crazy. But this will be the channel. Like I said, we're going to get Chris on an audio, a recording, so he can clear some things up himself. But he did say that there was no letters written to this person, and the narrative that they're trying to put out there is fake news. Who leaked the tape of Anna and the PI? I believe that Jay is for Justice is the one who put that video out first. May I have a wrench? Angela, well, you know what? If people are wanting to be mods, you can go ahead and email me at chriswatts@gmail.com. Elaine, thank you so much.
Why is he in prison if he's not guilty?
Right.
Okay, so apparently she's writing a second book. Yeah, I heard. That's not good. Actually, someone just said, why don't you ever show your face? I actually just had my face up on this 2 seconds ago, a picture of me, before I changed it to Chris's Zoom thing.
Oh,
I'll be going
God.
live because, well, I mean, I can go live. I just talk. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it.
You probably shouldn't fucking talk. You should probably just shut the fuck up.
Is that Janice Wolf? There's clearly something wrong with you. Hey, you know what? Everyone has their opinion.
Everyone, it's not an opinion, it's a fucking fact.
I have enough mail, dude. Okay, cool. I sent you my questions, Kim. Yeah, do you have documentation? Email the proof via Zoom call with Chris. I believe that the image for the front of this video has that.
So what is this live all about?
Just talking about Chris Watts.
I understand. I get that.
I don't know why
that I
this little
understand.
circle keeps coming up.
And about how she had a Zoom call with him.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
so that's all
thumbnail
this
for
is all about?
video
Message deleted.
will be my
Yep.
email verification from them for the Zoom call.
Because they're human, people make mistakes. How do you accidentally murder your family?
That's not a mistake, dude.
It's not funny.
No,
but I
I
think
know,
it's funny
it's
because
not.
people are delusional. It's not funny what
Right,
happened
I know,
at all.
I know that. That's wiping out
But
an
people
entire
make
family.
mistakes.
That's not a mistake. That
If
was
you
a
cover
plot.
A
that
mistake
was
would be like,
Chris is saying
oops,
this
I
is
spilled the
professional.
milk.
right.
So I will be going through the Wisconsin confession this next week. I'm working on a lot of those videos. I talked to Chris specifically about that tonight on our Zoom call, and he wants me to explain it and debunk it as fast as possible.
Debunk what?
His confession that he wrote to this lady, apparently in a letter, which
Kimberly, well, you can wait until this video posts. You'll
may
get
or
to
may
see
not
it
be
when
real,
it's
but
done.
he still confessed and he still
Right.
did it.
I don't know how to change this.
How can
image.
you-
If someone knows how I can change this image right now, are you guys seeing a blue background with a circle on it?
Do you honestly believe he will ever
It's
get
Zoom.
out? My God, he put those precious
It's not
babies in
secure,
oil
it's
things.
Zoom.
Right.
I think the phone calls are through Secures, but it's
Not
Zoom.
alone that, he fucking buried his wife and then he tried to cover it up.
I think I played on one of my videos before. Like when it went to, I think someone was just saying, hold on. Something about, hold on. Let me. I believe I have his recording from the prison when there's been a voicemail.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
Someone was like, I don't believe it. Here, I'll play it.
Oh. Yeah, go ahead. This is what it sounds like.
Chris didn't kill his kids.
Right. Really? You
fucking lied. Shanann did?
Right. She fucking killed him?
And 23 cents. To hear the charges for this call, press or say 2. To accept this call, press or say 5. To refuse this call, hang up now. To block this call and all future calls, press or say 9. Hello, you have a prepaid call from
Christopher Watts,
an inmate at Dodge Correctional Institution. Your account balance is
okay.
$39.
There you go.
And
so that's what that sounds like.
So why would Chris shove his kids in oil tanks then?
If I had that. Yes, I do.
I never believed he killed his kids.
Okay.
Shanann would have never have fucking hurt those kids.
No, she wouldn't. She loved those kids.
But I researched this case so much.
Oh, I know you did. You spent a lot of time on this case.
Chris was writing prayers and poems.
Oh, he's writing prayers and poems. That's good.
The prison that he's at.
He's better now. He's all better.
By his account, it was supposed to be like a supplement to the book that was already being written by that inmate. And his name was not supposed to be used. It was supposed to be like just an addition. He wanted it to be anonymous, and that's what he thought was going to happen. And so
this guy 100% thought he would get away with it.
Now.
Absolutely.
And
if it wasn't for her Shanann's friend.
No, he still wouldn't have gotten away with it.
He
would have gotten
I had a lot of questions.
It would have taken longer, but he wouldn't have gotten away with it.
Okay.
They didn't leave the house. Who could have killed them if they didn't leave the house?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Someone was asking about the health records being sealed. We will be, I think I mentioned this on a live before, that as we go forward and we are able to have things available to us as far as court-wise, we'll be sharing them on here. Like, we've said the same thing you guys have had. Why aren't, all of Chris' text messages available? Why aren't all of Shanann's? Why aren't all of, Nicole's? Everybody's. Why? We want all of it. Even things that are sealed, we want unsealed. We want it all. Why do you keep deleting your lives? I had them going to private, but I gotta share them. I've been having some issues. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
maybe he was traumatized by the freak he was hanging out with.
Charlie, that is a great question.
What?
His family's the same way. Danielle Cobb, what information is not true according to Chris? The Wisconsin confession. And anything that he wrote to Cato. So you guys understand that? I don't know if you guys understand that, but when Cato was doing her book, she basically told Chris that...
I'm not trying to be rude, but I have to say this. Chris seems to get taken advantage of a lot. Are you fucking kidding me? Why do we care?
Right. Why do people
care?
He took
advantage of his wife and 2 kids by killing them.
Right. In Wisconsin. So everyone says that's like a third confession. No, that was him trying to recall.
See, why did Chris Watt put his kids in oil tanks? Shouldn't he have called 911? Fucking yes, but he killed them. So
yeah.
She keeps deleting shit.
Yeah.
No, Rachel just asked, did you say that Ronnie knew Shanann and the girls were dead on the car ride to the police station? No, he had no idea. Chris knows nothing about the shadow. Stephanie just asked, what does he say about the shadow? He knows, he's heard about it, but he knows nothing about that. And like I said, we don't even know. That's not part of the case. That's not been, the DA clearly said in his statement in front of the court that Chris killed them at the house, and he had video showing Chris going to the truck loading their bodies. So, Here's my thing. That is a dangerous thing that he supposedly had enough evidence, the DA, to charge Chris for that crime and then changed his story. That is so crazy.
You
That's
obviously
crazy.
must be crazy because
So
your
who
husband
killed the
left you.
girls and put them in
Letters
the
to
oil
Chrissy's
tank?
face,
Right.
Yes. Oh, that's a great name. BS Detector. There you go. You just got
Got
it's
blocked.
detected. Yes,
Yeah.
they're fake. They're not real. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait.
Oh, it literally tells
let me
you.
clarify. The poems
Wow.
that they have for the book, the big stack of papers, the ones I have Chris's copy. Those are not.
That's why I don't.
fake.
That's why I
Those
don't
are
want to
written by
comment because I
Chris.
want to keep hearing what this dumb cunt has to say.
Yep.
And I feel like if I do say
Are
something, I'm gonna
fake.
get blocked
They don't
and
exist.
That
And
means
I
you
think
can't
she
hear the
actually said they
video.
were lost
I won't be
in the
able to see anything
recently, so
anymore.
makes sense.
Actually,
She
everything?
could chill.
Really?
I believe so.
Convicted of the crime. Well, he need to return to Colorado for the 35C. That's what we got to find out. NOYB, has the Zoom call been played? We can't record the Zoom call.
So obviously
But
this
I
is a
will be
live
having a
chat, you
conversation
guys.
with
So
him this weekend, or this week, I guess. What day is it? Thursday? So I'll be having that soon, and I'll post that. No. I did not say ever he talked to his dad that Monday morning and his dad knew what happened. That's not true. I can pull up my live to prove that. That's not true.
He
What I
didn't
said
kill his
was
girls.
the
I cannot
only
believe
thing
there's
he said to
actually
his dad
people out there
was
Really think that?
who really
he
think
wished
he shouldn't be
should-
there
he should
where
have
he
gone to
is.
the game instead.
he
that night,
deserves everywhere he needs to be right now.
instead of going to the restaurant to have dinner.
And it's just fucking sad, dude.
Don't try to clock me on my own live. I see you.
What?
Yeah, Cadel was on his visitors list. The family was supposed. So I'll be actually sharing those
Yep.
messages here.
There's no
soon.
proof in the discovery that Shanann killed the girls.
That
Forensics
whole
don't lie.
Situation went crazy.
Shanann
They
did
were
it.
supposed to be a part of that.
Are you?
They were supposed to get half of the book proceeds, and
You know, it's
they're
really
supposed to be
disturbing
helping
how many
tell a
people
story
actually
about Chris. And
think that.
She basically went haywire.
Yeah.
Everything that she
Somebody
said
to ask,
that was
does
supposed
he
to
know
happen
that you are
didn't
making these
happen.
videos saying that Shanann killed the
Even in
kids?
regards to talking with Chris and the family, she completely lied. And obviously, you guys saw what happened with that first book. Alicia, does Chris say he thinks S was drinking the night she came home or died? He's not sure. I mean, he's read through the Discovery himself. He's very familiar with the Discovery. He has the same questions we all do about, with the toxicology report.
I'm gonna say, let's just say he
Why-
didn't kill his kids.
Okay.
If they were able to explain things for
Or
the girls,
the
why
hell
did that
of
person
it.
fail to explain if there was a medical explanation for
Why
her results?
would he
why it
put
wasn't
them
also put in the
in
opinion
oil
section?
tanks?
Yeah,
So
it's a
he's
good
got
question.
those same questions.
It makes no sense.
Why would he put them in oil tanks?
You're not being rude.
And no emotion?
So Rourke was actually correct when he
Seems
said you
strange.
could see CW taking the
That's
bodies
a good one.
out in the
Yep,
CCTV
that's a good
footage.
one.
Well, that's what Chris was getting charged based on. And I know there have been some articles that have said that he's changed the story. So, I mean, I don't know how you do that.
Let's see if he gets blocked. You think she'll answer that?
Well, then why did Chris put his babies in?
It's
Everybody
not-
wants to
it's
know.
not- what
Yeah.
is his news
She
story,
keeps
what
ignoring
happened?
that.
It's
Yeah.
not his news story.
You have been
It's
asked many
the
times
one-
who put the children in the tanks and you
I did a
ignore it.
reenactment of
Yeah.
it. It's his original story to his dad.
Did my message get deleted?
Original
Nope.
confession.
It didn't yet, but everybody else got deleted.
That's
Mine's
one
still
that
there.
matches the evidence too, by the way. I haven't seen anybody else do a reenactment that would match the evidence. I'm waiting for that. I really am. I am so waiting for that. If
I
someone
think-
has a different viewpoint,
Do you think
and
she's
they can
capitalizing
match
on this?
the evidence to the
No.
crime, that'd be awesome.
That's
Heather
pretty fucked
says,
up.
so
That
are
how
you
she
all
is
pro
though.
Chris?
Her line of
I
thinking.
don't think
and
everyone in here is all pro Chris.
So she won't answer the kid about,
Ginger
thing about
says,
the oil
open
tanks.
up the CPS files, open up all the medical records for the girls, and I think the answers will be there. Girl, we want answers too. Absolutely. We want it all opened up. It's true. Sally, Nicole Kessinger had no involvement with the crime. And she wasn't charged either, so...
Oh, so they're just blaming it all on Shanann.
Yep. Point the fingers.
Just tell us why he put the kids in the tanks. That would help your story. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to believe the dumb bitch anyways, but tell us why he did that.
Right. Kels...
Because
wait, hold on.
right human being would do that.
Let's see if I can find it again real quick. Hold on a second, because that was good. I was going to comment on that.
People are writing too damn fast.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So you're claiming Shanann killed the girls, although the shadows show Chris pick up a child. Ooh, I had to go back and watch that. I didn't see that part.
Okay, let's see.
Really?
Hold on. I gotta find that girl's question, or that person's question. Kels, I think your name is Kels on there. Will you please re-ask your question? Yeah, Crenshaw. Well, because it matters in the fact of going back for a 35C, we don't need to introduce new people or new scenarios or new theories, as the DA would call them, theories. We just have to
please
fight
answer
what's
the oil
already-
tank
it's
question for
already there.
God's sake.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. I mean, if he gets a new trial, they can always introduce that.
She ain't gonna answer it.
No.
She's gonna avoid
Because that is the...
Who said I'm picking and choosing but not addressing the most common questions? Lisa, girl, my comments are moving. What question am I going to answer?
Oh, really?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Really? What question didn't you answer? Are you fucking... Every other fucking comment is asking that same... Oh, he put his kids in oil tanks. What the fuck? Somebody
Right.
said.
No. That person just said...
Again, there's
I
another
never
one.
said that Chris is only talking to me.
Oil
Chris
tanks.
he writes letters to a lot of people. But talking on the phone, yeah, there's not many. A handful. I think there's 5 total. And I think
Who put the
there's
girls in the
only
oil vats?
3 who do that.
I mean...
I'm one of them.
It's like every other to every
Irish Eyes,
5.
Is it for retrial? It's for a 35C, yes. Lisa, there's nothing to rehearse. I'm answering questions as they come from the screen.
No, you're not.
Okay, what are you asking? That what I asked in the last chat, no reply. So appreciate answer. What? LCs? I don't see a question from you.
Probably because you fucking deleted
Answer
it.
the oil take question. I've answered
Oil
the
tank.
oil take question
Yep.
on every live. Well, I think a lot of people think that he left the house that morning and purposefully went to with the intention to go there and to dispose of their bodies, and that's not what happened.
Oh.
If you go
Stop.
to my video where actually just go to any video of his confession in Colorado, that's not what happened. And if you look at the time in which he talks about that, he had them in his truck until
Until he killed him. Okay.
right before people were heading out there. There's an oxygen special too that I have a video on with Tammy Leon, and if you go, there is one of the investigators on there saying that them being there in separate places, Shanann buried, all that stuff looked very disorganized and in a hurry, and that's exactly what happened. He was in shock. He was in trauma.
Wait a second. Did I catch
She didn't even answer the fucking question.
Right.
So how, if you didn't do it, how do you justify putting your kids in oil
Elizabeth,
tanks?
that's
Right.
not true. I think she went to check on the girls, and they were already gone. She may have
Really?
Oh,
Wait,
come on,
and then he came in
dude.
and killed her as well. Then it would match your theory or evidence. So no, that's not true. You have to think about this. You have to go back to Chris explaining what he saw, what he heard, and when. My point to that is it'd be nearly impossible for him if he only made that story up in that 6-minute window from when Tammy Lee said she put it into his head. You'd have to account for all of that
What?
and the injuries. I mean, like I said, you guys, he wouldn't know their internal injuries.
Oh my God.
Does that make sense? To know?
No.
And Obviously, handprint size is different. There's all kinds of stuff that goes. I'm gonna be going over that more in my videos.
He smothered them. He didn't strangle them. He smothered them.
And he smothered one of them with the blanket?
Jessica, have I? No, I have not.
In both of them.
Oh, okay.
You can email me though information about that. I don't know what that is, and you could put their channel in your email. Deborah, actually, he can get a 35C. And if you watch the Tammy Lee videos, that will give you a taste of why he can. Betty Wilson, how do you email me? Number 4, so just number 4, so 4 chriswatts@gmail.com. Stephanie, I've had a lot of people say that it lines up to him choking her in her sleep. Like I said, you have to go back to his confession with his dad and figure out how that would be possible for him to know internal injuries to have it lined up.
What's your question? Are you ready?
So please explain the no emotion thing. And
yeah, everyone says that, but even Chris says Nicole Kessinger had nothing to do with this.
Say it after.
Does he look different? A little bit. Obviously, he doesn't have his tan because he's inside. He has a beard right now. His hair is a little bit longer than than his last pictures. But as far as build, he's looks the same as when he was arrested.
He's still a piece of shit.
What was the question about Cadel? Stephanie Foltz. I didn't see your question about Cadel.
I'm trying to be nice because I don't want to get blocked.
Right.
I said, so please explain the no motion thing and the fact that he unenrolled his girls in school that day. And he contacted the real estate agent. For someone who is traumatized, sounds a bit strange. Or I'm going to say seems a bit strange.
Seems a bit, okay.
Private Pirate, can you please post your past live streams on YouTube? Yeah, I can.
Was Bella alive when you put her in the oil tank? No. I think they proved that.
Oh, that would have been horrible,
Has Chris
dude.
commented on her phone ping?
Man.
He actually asked me about that
I wouldn't even be surprised.
last week on a phone
What?
call.
If he-
Because a lot of people
he
have
actually-
been asking
He
about
didn't,
that.
but
He
that
has
would.
no idea why either. He wants me to find out. We are hoping that when we, as Chris is able to start getting the documentation from the case, that we'll have those answers. I believe that he'll be able to have, like, everything. So, like, everyone's text messages, so we want to put those things out there when we get them.
this person said,
Jane Doe 6000, go watch my reenactment
if he would
video.
have left the back patio doors open and left them at the house and went to work, then I would question if someone else was there.
Andrew
The back
Pete
patio
doesn't
door
have
was
a lawyer
locked.
right now.
You
Right.
cannot lock a back patio door from the outside. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a sliding door.
It has a latch up on top,
You
too.
can't go outside and unlock it. You have to lock it from the
Right.
inside.
Right.
The front door
Chris
was locked.
actually had his
And
schedule
deadbolted,
changed
and
at work.
the top, because even
He
when they
talked
showed
to
it
his
in the
boss
I know.
police station,
about
or
not
the police
being
video,
at the home anymore and parking in different
they
locations.
explained it right there, too.
And he was looking for apartments
Yeah.
for the girls.
Oh my fucking god! No, he wasn't. It was for himself.
Valerie Ryan, have the Roosters been trying to shut me down? Not yet. They don't. I mean, I don't know. Okay, Ginger, what about the Metallica song "Battery"? Come on, Nicole Kessinger. They had been sharing lyrics back and forth, and that was one of the songs that she had asked him about the lyrics. That's why he didn't know off the top of his head, so he searched it for it and sent it over to her. Janet Hunt, is Chris admitting he killed them? He put his hands on Shanann.
Oh, but he didn't kill the kids, right?
Right.
Okay.
Lisa P, does Chris have a good lawyer? We are actually in the process of, we'll be talking with a bunch of lawyers. Did Shanann have Munchausen? We don't know. I don't know.
You should go back up to your copy that and paste it again, see if she'll answer it.
Wait. Why did you say that Chris called his dad the morning of the murders, but then I said he did it after work? Which one is it? Wait, what are you talking about, Max Smith? I don't know what you're talking about.
There you are.
The only thing I talked about with him and his dad, they had a conversation, was when Chris picked him up from the airport, and they were driving back. I mean, they were talking about sports and stuff, but the only thing Chris mentioned was that he wished he would have instead gone to the game.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
First class.
Somebody said this. Why did he unenroll his kids from school that morning? Because I said that, so they're probably picking up on it.
Chris doesn't want people talking bad about Shanann.
Then why the fuck are you?
Right.
He doesn't want people talking bad about anybody. He's not like that.
Oh my god.
But I mean, we're talking about the case, so
oh my god.
I mean, if that's what you're meaning, talking about her because of the case, well, I mean, she's part of the case, so she'll be talked about in that respect. But as far as, you know, like
what?
Me giving you my personal opinion of her, that won't happen.
You can't give a personal opinion about somebody that you don't even fucking know.
Sentence? I'm sure. I mean, he just wants to go back and have things done the right way. Okay, that's a good question. Fair. Even being close to some. Okay, do you believe all of what he is saying now, knowing he has support and like? So how do I answer that? Okay, I'll say this. I've said this on I think all of my lives. I am not saying that Chris didn't hurt Shanann, because obviously he did. Put his hands on her, absolutely did. So going back to court, as far as what charges they'll be able to charge him with or how that will proceed, we don't know. But I mean, obviously he had a role in this, so I'm not saying he needs to walk out of there I mean, he'll probably have a sentence.
So you're asking
for something.
the question.
Yeah, again.
Okay.
Why did he unenroll his kids in school right after?
Yeah, get everybody on board with it.
Vox, is what Chris saying that Shanann snapped?
I support Chris and his family.
Snapped. He's just talking about that first interrogation when his dad was there.
I don't get it.
Samantha G, why did Chris lie about killing his kids if he didn't do it? Okay, that's a good question.
Oh yeah, it's a great question.
You guys, maybe a lot of you guys just don't know the discovery. I have it on my about section of my YouTube channel.
Okay.
The evidence, his confession does not match the autopsies.
Really?
At all. I've already covered the bloodshot eyes. When Coder asked if he'd seen bloodshot eyes in Shanann, and then later, when Chris is talking about putting the dirt over Shanann, whatever, he says, "Remember what you said earlier about the bloodshot eyes? That's when I saw them." So, and she didn't have bloodshot eyes. She had no petechia. And Tammy Lee asked about the trauma to Bella, and he was clarifying that because a lot of people think that Chris has known all the evidence and known all this stuff the whole way through, and that's not true. He has learned about as much as we all have since this case has started. Can a fund be set up for his attorney? Jamie, I'm not sure about that. I'll let you guys know if we do.
Question. Still don't answer as...
Still didn't answer as to why he put the girls in oil tanks.
Okay.
LSCs, perhaps if he had buried his babies with their mother, more people could wrap their minds around that instead of the oil tanks. I don't believe he even had time to do that.
Then who would do it? You work on premises.
But I do know that he mentioned to his dad in part of the audio that's been cut out that he did not want to put them by her.
And why not just call the police?
If that happened right there on the spot.
He's out. That's his job site. There's not much out there. And, from his accounts, he didn't know what was going on. He was...
Why try?
I mean, that's all that there was out there.
Yeah.
Why don't you give this to a lawyer first? Annie, actually, it's not true.
I said still didn't answer as to why he put the girls in oil tanks. If you really love them, that's a very fucked up way of showing it. And why not just call the police if Shanann killed the kids?
Right.
Why try to cover it up?
Waiting to iron a lot of these things out in court is almost too late because there has been so much fake news already. I mean,
Why did he not
went
just call
out
the cops
literally
if
the
he's seen
night
Shanann
that-
killing
Right.
them? I just said
Yeah,
that.
you just said that too.
was the night he was arrested. They went out and immediately told the media that Chris had just confessed to killing his
Well, how
whole
did he
family.
manage to open the hatches on
Now,
that oil
some
tank
of
so
you
quickly?
guys may have not
Absolutely.
heard this before on a previous live I did, but
Don't you gotta have a
I don't know how
specific
many
tool for that?
remember
don't know.
that it's like a
Like to
pretty
open those
famous
latches?
or well-seen
I don't think so.
clip of when Chris is walking into the very first courtroom. He's walking in and someone yells out to him, "Why did you murder your whole family?" or "Why did you kill your whole family?" Something like that. And basically Chris describes it as like the inside of his body doing like a 90-degree turn to look at that person like, what are you saying? Chris had no idea.
Why didn't he call the girls' school
He
and
had
the
no
realtor?
idea why that person
People
was
are
saying
picking
that.
up on mine.
Yeah.
He had no idea
Or
what
maybe
the
they have
media
the same
was.
questions
He had no
too.
idea what the
Maybe.
news was
You know what I
saying.
mean?
I like to think
Yeah,
that they're
no.
picking up on mine.
Right.
Like, oh my god, like, yeah. I'm starting a frenzy.
Yep.
It wasn't planned.
It wasn't planned.
Right.
Okay.
Come on.
If it wasn't planned, why did he tell his job he would be there that morning? It was
Christy,
said
please have a
that
talk to someone who has
that
studied the case. Your
wasn't
information
like
doesn't
him.
add up. Christy, I've had
if it wasn't planned, why did he tell his job he would be there that morning? If it was said that wasn't like him.
Right.
just release it. Let me tell you something. I will say that is I would love for somebody, well,
Shit, I'm gonna have to get off Wi-Fi.
Uh-oh.
this. I would love for somebody to come on a panel.
Aw. What's going on?
Teresa,
There we
Chris
go.
Roach is 5 saying,
Oh, come on.
I know, and I feel like she's gonna like respond to my question, and I'm not gonna hear it.
Right.
so, I mean, they had to stick to the story.
Yeah, stick to the story. Yep.
Yeah.
He couldn't, even to his parents, he had to just say,
Ah.
responsibility for everything.
I think it's her now, yeah.
And second interrogation, which turned into a confession, they said. I mean, the news about that was that they went there. Chris wanted to voluntarily get through. And then Emily was like, I put that in his head moments before in Colorado. And she was just doing themes. And actually, when she mentioned Shanann, he defended her.
You
I
sent
have a
another
video
question?
Yeah.
on that.
If it
Playing
wasn't
those
planned,
clips,
why
you guys
did
can
he
hear
tell
it.
the...
His
What I realized
coworkers,
is
he
a
would
lot
go to
of
the site that
people
morning.
heard
Okay.
That wasn't like him. They
some
even said that.
clips.
Like, that was weird of him to do that because he never did that kind of
but
stuff.
Right.
Haven't heard all of it, maybe. Or you guys have just heard headlines, which would make it's understandable. Once you
Okay,
actually
so it's not
hear
just me, it's
the
her
conversation
sound is
they're
cutting
having,
out.
Okay.
When she asks, when Coder asks him about Shanann, or they're talking about Shanann being involved, Chris denies it. And they talked about the ball peen hammer as they're going through themes, and obviously no emotional reaction to that. And then as they were talking about a woman who had smothered her kids, he said, why? And that was the emotional reaction. And if you guys search, I also have that in my
Premeditated.
video.
So if it wasn't premeditated,
Tammy
why
Lee
did he
on
want
State
to
of-
go
the investigation
to
oxygen
the
special?
site
She's
that
talking about the
morning?
use of themes and why they did it.
He volunteered and made sure no one would be there with him. So if it wasn't premeditated, why did he want to go to the site that morning? He volunteered and made sure no one would be there with him.
Right.
His mother said in an interview that she didn't care what happened. She still loved him. Well, I mean, she's a mother. She has a right to love her child.
They're pieces of shit, too. Chris's mom and dad.
Oh, fucking God.
Jesus Christ.
Cindy.
Yep.
She's a
Oh,
fucking...
Michelle, I realize
yeah.
a lot of people have been digging into Discovery.
She
But
is...
here's how people
I see
over
where
at
the fucking
Discovery
psychopath
I
got
think
it from.
They come at this
Oh, see
place
you next
is
Tuesday?
A lot of people say, well, I would have done that, or that's not something I would do. But if you really want to understand the case, have answers, because people say, it's so confusing, it doesn't make sense. I think it's because they're trying to look at it from their perspective versus trying to understand who Chris was or trying to understand who Shanann was. That's important in a case. And I mean, and understanding their backgrounds, the history between it, you know, there's so much more about that. And also looking at all the video and audios. I mean, that was the one thing that I talked about the day is the audio being released. Number one, when Chris was interrogated, it was at his back, which is not normal. Typically, they want the person being interviewed facing the camera. Not only did they not do that, but they didn't sync the audio with the video.
So why did he want to go to the site that
and you
morning?
pay attention to what's
He
being
made
asked.
sure
You see the delay in conversation.
no one
It's almost
would
like they've
be
lined it
there
up to
with him.
like an illusion kind of to make you think that what he's saying at certain times is something else. I have put a clip, a part of his confession when he was summarizing the family encoder. I did split the audio and video, resync it, and it's really, really different to watch it. It's kind of crazy. Wasn't she drunk and had oxy in her system? No oxy was found, and drunk, I mean, I clearly put that in my reenactment as a possibility because there was no explanation
She will not
in
answer
the
that question.
autopsy
No, she
for
won't.
her like there was for the girls. So, you know, when they write those reports in the opinion section, if there is something that they can, you know, explain with this, you know, with a certainty, they have to they own that report. They've got to get on the stand and they'll testify to what's in the report. So clearly, there must have been some room for error or doubt because he did not put that in his opinion.
She will
at all.
not answer
I mean, he
it.
described
Nope.
feces. He said
So she
feces,
sent the question again.
blood sample.
So why did Chris volunteer to go to the site that morning? He made
And,
sure no one would be there with him.
integrated,
Yeah.
either because the container it was in, the multiple analysis done on it, the sample itself degraded by itself. So he explained that hers went from 99 to 174, you know, as far as her ethanol, and he explained it there. So, and like I said, the DA quickly followed up with,
You know, she
her
pleased him
friends
so
about
much,
the
too.
alcohol content. I would think that if you
Shanann.
were
Oh, yeah.
positive,
All the
that
videos,
that's who it was
everything.
from, I mean, like I said, it'll be something to be argued about. I've talked to a lot, especially with defense attorneys, because there is, well, they also didn't check her.
You know, honestly, I
They
never
only
would
took
even
blood
thought
from
like
her spleen,
psycho people like this woman
which is right there is
would
you know,
be so.
suspect me a little bit.
It happens in
because
a lot of murder cases.
typically
Like,
they take blood from
that's
multiple
crazy.
places.
Charles Manson, all those all these
And
people, their
There are
cases.
far places
You
to
got like
take
I
blood
think
from
even
your
fucking
spleen.
Jeffrey
That's, like, the
Dahmer
last
had people
list,
that were
so
like,
But I
that was a
wouldn't
little
like
concerning.
serial killers and shit like that.
I
But
love my son,
I
Watts.
get it on
That's
things,
awesome.
but not to the extent where
okay.
you. That's just stupid, dude.
Ellen, actually, she didn't give me the idea. When they were bringing up Shanann to Chris in the interrogation, Chris denied it. He said no. And then Coder goes on to say, I knew you would say that because you always protect her.
She's not gonna answer that question.
He only had an emotional reaction to the
God
themes
damn
they
it.
shared with him. But it wasn't Shanann.
I said again. I can't even read my fucking. So why did he want to go to the site that morning? He volunteered. It was unlike him to do that, and he made sure no one would be there. I meant to copy it because so I could keep fucking
Yeah.
saying
So you
it to
just
her.
copy and paste it. Just do it again.
Difference between loving your child and supporting someone that killed their grandchildren. Super cute. Thank goodness I don't have to be in that position to judge someone for making that decision. That's on them. I don't know how I have my comment set up. I think I just got our chat, it's a top chat. What is it? I think it's a live chat.
525 people on there.
Anna Marie, you can go to my channel and watch my videos.
So why did Chris volunteer to go to the site that morning? It was unlike him, and he made sure no one would be there.
Like I said, when it comes to loving her son, I mean, that's personal. That's her own personal decision. And if you would love your child, then that's
She just
your
copy
choice too. It's your
paste it like
prerogative.
100 times till she answers it. You know what I mean?
That'll probably get me blocked.
It really? Yeah. It's a long live chat. 45 minutes.
Angelina, the case is not over.
Shanann killed her kids and it will be proven in court.
That was
What?
perfect.
I just spit. Spit all over myself.
Right.
Fuck. Yeah, you gotta admit he did call the realtor. He did.
That morning.
Yes.
What dark things
Not that morning, but that day.
Oh,
was
yeah.
the cult cast their friends into? What did Chris mean by that? That's a great question. Chris was made to believe, like after court and after all these things, you know, Nicole Messenger as a geologist has a passion and a love for rock, nature, and stones and crystals and stuff, and so I think that the way it was being described to him after the fact was that it was dark, and that wasn't a good thing. But he doesn't believe that that's dark. It's just her preference. But he was talking about how, I mean, I know a lot of
I
people
said he
like stones
unenrolled
and
the girls in
crystals.
school. He
Massage
contacted the
therapists use stones.
realtor. He carried on like normal. Make it make
Doctors
sense.
And healers use stones. I mean, that's
Like
like I
nothing
said,
ever happened.
everybody
No emotion. Didn't fucking
Right.
cry
is able
once.
to
Until
do and
way later in the
participate
interrogation when,
in whatever
you know, they were talking about finding the bodies
I
and...
think he was just made
Yeah,
to
but
believe
even
after
before
the
that, he
fact
started.
those
It
were
was all about his
things.
image first, too. That's why he really started
I
crying.
think without him
He
understanding,
didn't care about the bodies.
really,
No emotions
like,
on it.
not having a deeper understanding of what that was. That's what he kind of people were describing that to him in that way. And
Look, people, it's not totally
now
impossible that
he has
Shanann didn't
understands,
or
like,
killed the
more
kids.
of that.
Right.
Yeah, right. It's not
That's
totally
his-
impossible,
his
but
like-
fucking think about it.
Oh,
She would never have hurt those fucking kids. I don't know her personally, but I know goddamn well a psychopath when I see one.
Yep.
And all the evidence against
Yeah,
him and all...
say
no.
what Tech, Chris and Nicole, or NK and her friends are dark.
I'm gonna write it
that's
again.
That's what he was referring to.
So why did Chris volunteer to
Guys,
go to the site that
brings
morning?
up a
Right.
good point. I've heard a lot of people talking about that crystal, that pink crystal underneath of the bed. That was actually, it's pink calcite, it's stone, and Shanann bought it for Bella a long time ago. It usually would sit on her dresser. He did not give Shanann oxy. That was also another thing that was mentioned to him a lot. And when it was part of like when the investigators went out there, they weren't leaving until they had a story. If you listen to the front of it, I mean, that's the thing, you guys. I mean, like I said, I can only give this side and what, you know,
Oh, that's
Yeah, or
cutting
what?
it out.
like, through conversations that we've had. But I mean, I was the first person to talk to Chris.
I said,
after
when
they
Chris
were there.
first got home when the police and
And,
Nicole were there, why
you know,
did he go
his
into Shanann's car? What was
exact-
he getting? Her wedding ring, perhaps?
Sentiment, his exact
The
words
first thing he
were,
did, he opened the garage and he got there. He opened Shannann's car door,
It was
grabbed
just like
something,
the
and then
first
walked. He was so
confession,
quick.
you know, or the
He
Right.
walked inside. What the fuck was he grabbing?
But
Right.
the room
He
was
looked in the
bigger,
car, opened it, grabbed something, and
they
walked
were
inside.
Not leaving there.
Still don't know
And
what the fuck he
so
got or what he was doing.
They had a story from Chris. How do we find your channel? It's Chris Watts, Revelation in the Reckoning. a lot of people have asked, does Chris truly, does he truly have a testimony? Does he truly believe in God? Is he really reading the Bible? Is it fake? Is he just saying it? And I'll say this, like I said, I'm not one to judge somebody or, really give, opinions per se about that. But I've never in my life known somebody.
I don't know how you can make it not
And
blue.
you guys will see that.
No, it's
the book
bright.
is
Wow,
coming
it's
out.
bright
Hold on
there,
one second,
that.
guys.
Should be using my phone for the video because my phone
Yeah, I get it.
takes better videos.
Sorry, I don't got a iPhone Pro 11.
Chris,
Jeez.
I mean, you guys will see his prayers and poetry that's been written. I shared one on a previous video, and I will tell you what, he knows. I mean, I've never known somebody to know the Bible and be able to write about it and talk about it and explain it like he has. I mean, it is just incredible. But, a lot of people judge that, say, oh my gosh, these people go to prison and they turn to God. Well,
Oh my gosh.
Amazing. I mean, I would hope that they would, because people say that, God does show up in your lowest times. So
I know you were getting a lot of questions, but
bad
seem
things
to be
done,
ignoring
I
the
would
valid ones. Absolutely, she
pray
is.
to God that he would show up for them in that time. So am I saying that everyone does it? You have to realize when they get sent into prison or into jail, I think that's literally like.
And that's one thing people keep saying is she brought this up, how
only
he was changing his schedule to start separation from Shanann, which is absolutely a lie. They never talked about separation. Him and Shanann never talked about separation. She thought everything was going
Fine.
fine, but he was acting
still
weird.
rocky.
And somebody even said this, and Anadarko was actually putting them on a schedule rotation. He didn't request it to be changed because he was going to be splitting his time with his kids.
Okay, the 35C
No,
has not been filed
they
yet.
were doing a schedule change, and Anadarko was.
The
He didn't do
35C
that,
has not
Anadarko
been
did.
filed yet. We will
It wasn't because he was going to
announce
split
when
his
it
time with his
happens.
kids.
Right.
That was
But
never a
it hasn't
discussion.
been filed yet. It is possible that she reacted that way, Chris leaving her. I mean, they obviously had a very emotional conversation. You guys can see from the text messages that were released, that, I mean, it's hard. I mean, like I said, you guys, I'm not, by no means am I saying that, am I trying to vilify her, by
You're going to have to,
sitting
cut the
and
video
talking
up.
about Chris's first confession.
Yeah, I have to,
Edit it.
Yeah. I'm going to have to cut, it's going to
I
take me
hope
a
that
minute,
that's
though,
not
but still.
coming across when I speak, because I'm not saying that. I mean, clearly, it's a horrific situation all around. It really is. It's so sad.
Actually, I can
mean,
just leave it
I don't know
as
what to
is,
say. I mean, I
raw.
don't know what to say other than that.
Raw.
It's terrible.
Raw,
The whole
baby,
thing's terrible.
raw.
I just happen to be aligned.
And a lot of
with
people actually like
Chris's
raw
family
videos
and
versus
with
edited.
There's some constitutional things that were kind of looked over, there's a lot of issues. So
Chris didn't kill his
like I
daughters,
said,
and those of you who
channel, I
keep
don't mind-
using your
I
channels
don't
to
mind
bash
coming
and tell
here. I don't
lies,
mind
God
being
will
able to have
judge you.
conversations with
He has
people,
already judged a few
things
people in
friendly.
this chat.
I've had so many people message me and say, you know what? I don't believe what you do about,
Okay, well,
doing that
At
to
least
the
I'll never
girl,
have to
but
answer to
the
killing my kids and putting them on other
aspect,
things.
Chris
I won't
was
ever have to
trampled
answer to
all
that.
over.
That's a good
Right.
thing. I feel
I
good
don't-
about that.
I
Right.
don't think what Tammy
my
did was right.
God.
I don't think that them showing to the prison was right. I don't
Ugh.
all these different things. So, I mean, when people just go on there and try to put someone down just for sake of doing that, I mean, if that makes me feel better, cool. But that's just not how I am. I would rather have a conversation.
You would make
and-
me feel better if you just
I mean,
die
I
with him.
guess,
Yeah, right.
Just
bad
die
feelings
with him.
And hate, anger, and frustration is what got these guys into this. So, I don't think that acting like that is gonna get us out. Samantha Q, did trauma make him call the girls' school and the realtor?
Wait.
Oh,
I guess it depends on how you look at that.
what? How does that depend on how you look at it?
As far as the media saying that he went out and just called the realtor that day as the first time, that's not true.
Oh,
No, but he was trying to push it.
People are asking where my channel is Chris Watts Revelation and the Reckoning. I think I could pin it somewhere. Can I pin it? I could pin it if someone can type that out.
A grown man would have walked away. If Shanann really killed those kids, a grown man would have walked away and called the police and done it like that.
He killed them all. She might have been super awful.
I mean, not necessarily. If she did kill them, which obviously we all know that's a lie.
Right.
I've never once.
But if that was honestly true, yeah, I probably would have lost my shit too. But he didn't. She didn't kill them. He did. If that was me and like you killed the kids, I would probably murder you and then call the cops and turn myself in.
Thank you
Yeah,
for that
like,
comment.
well, I just
I would
murdered
not
him, but
load your bodies into my truck.
That makes no sense to dispose of him.
Leave it all
I'd be
right
mourning
there.
my kids.
I mean, I guess
right.
if you want opinion on that, you know, it's
a good way to know.
I'd be mourning my kids.
When I was
Right.
talking on Jay,
And I would turn myself in immediately. And I'd be mourning my kids, have a proper funeral for them.
Yep. And it'd be like,
I
well,
wouldn't go bury their bodies.
and I'd be like, hey, I'm glad I killed that piece of shit.
And
Quiet.
he could have easily put them in her vehicle and went for a drive. If anyone's familiar with that area in Frederick, Colorado,
She was answering my question about the car and I missed it.
There is a lot of places that he could have taken them to, and no one would have ever found out. I've also said, you know, if Chris would have just walked out to his truck and left, I'd have been like, okay, well, how'd they get out? You know, he pulled in front in the driveway where he knew the camera was at. So there's a lot of things like that. I mean, he works he works in the oil business. It's, and like I said, I'm not saying that's not horrific because that is very horrific.
Look, I could never be friends with someone like Shanann. I do not think she was a nice person or a good mother. However, Chris killed them all. So,
yeah, high advice is not the same as
I cannot fucking stand people.
I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, I've been watching a lot of stuff recently where people have said, you know, they've been in traumatic situations with their kids, like choking or something like that. And they freeze. You know, like I said, I'm also not the person that's when there's certain answers like that, you guys, I don't have those answers. I mean, I've had discussions with Chris a bunch about it. And even for him, I mean, it makes him sick to think about what's happened. I mean, it made him sick from the beginning.
Oh, it made him sick.
I mean, he had him in the truck, he took him out of the house, and I don't think he didn't have a plan. He said that from the beginning. I didn't have a plan.
Really?
I didn't know what I was doing.
I keep asking that question. If he didn't have a plan,
he went out to work, and
why did he want so badly to go to the site that morning?
Yeah.
He volunteered.
There was a certain point that people were going to be coming out.
He also made sure nobody was going to be there with him.
I think that whatever his process was, I don't even think he thought what was happening was real. And you guys, let me point out about that with the second confession, because that's really important. There's some, you know what, hold on, I think I even have notes on this. Hold on a second.
One of his coworkers offered to go with him, and he wanted to be there alone that morning, but it wasn't planned.
Because obviously, it was definitely planned. And he forced it that way. He was a supervisor, wasn't he? Or something?
No, he was an operator.
Okay.
Mock ramblings, what question are you asking?
Man. It's cutting in and out shit.
No, it's not.
Oh. She's just not, oh.
She's just not talking.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see. I don't leave comments on videos. I don't leave comments on videos because people are hateful. And I don't want people to be hateful to each other. I don't think that's
I knew that's why she didn't leave
appropriate.
comments on her videos. How they're always
My
like
choice.
turned off.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
man.
think that,
She'd be ripped a new ass.
I mean, people are entitled to their own opinion. I don't know why. I feel like this case almost handled in the same way that politics are handled. If you are on the opposite side, you are just like, I don't know, it's crazy. I just don't believe in it like that. I don't think that's appropriate. I don't want people, I mean, even people that comment to me, saying that Shanann was a good mother, and everyone's entitled to feel how they want to feel. I can hear that. I can listen to someone who's going to talk like that. But if you're just going to put your finger in my face and say you're wrong, well,
she's not going to answer me.
No.
I've posted the same question like 10 times.
Yeah, she ain't going to answer it.
Like I said, I've
Yep.
said this 1,000
Somebody
times.
has my back right here.
If
Chris
I
called
only
his
knew this
coworker
case
Cody
because of the
Roberts at
headlines
5:06 on
and
Sunday
because
to
what
set
had
up
been
him being
broadcast out
alone at
there,
survey, where he
it's
buried
been horrible.
Shanann Watts, put kids in the batteries there. He planned it.
If you guys don't understand the process that he was put through in Wisconsin, you don't get why they did that and what their need for that was. I understand how you guys are like, what the heck? And everyone's entitled to their emotions. This case has clearly got people in a tizzy, and I
She won't
understand
answer
that.
my question.
But like I said, when it comes to justice system, clearly there.
I'm so glad somebody else picked up on my question. I wrote it like
Right.
at least 10
Right.
times.
And
Right.
he has every right to exercise an option available to him.
And
That's his right.
I don't really know the time and the person he talked to because I would have to look back at the discovery, but that
Right.
dude knew.
Yeah.
And he finally said something about it too. Like, dude, that was planned.
Right.
Sunday, he was already.
I was going to say something. Let me see. Oh. Like that. I guess people pick and
Wow, someone really brainwashed some of you.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. But, the story or the theory that was put out there was Chris killed his whole entire family.
He did.
He did.
And there's a part
Oh, no, I was cutting out a little bit.
in his interrogation in Wisconsin, he actually says it multiple times. They were talking, was he planning on himself afterwards? And he says yes. And I'm like, wait a minute. He's saying yes.
He was not
If your
planning on
whole
killing himself.
reason for doing this
Nope.
was so you can
He
go
wanted
run
to see if
off
he can
with
get
the
away with it
messenger.
and everything.
Clearly, those two things don't line up, right?
He never planned on killing himself afterwards. He would have done it. He went about like it was nothing.
Yep.
Unenrolled the girls in school.
I guess
Contact the
when
realtor.
you go through the second confession and you look at those things, it's like with her bloodshot eyes, Chris had bloodshot eyes.
I'm waiting for you
I
to
guess-
get blocked.
That's obviously not
Yeah.
true.
Narcissists
So if
don't
you're
kill
saying he
themselves.
told
You are
truth
right.
And that's the
Yeah.
true confession. Well, that detail's not true. There's a lot of things that aren't true. And so I guess I don't understand the rationale behind that. I don't get that. If you're saying it's true, but the information he gave wasn't true or wasn't, evidence that could be proven in the autopsy, I guess, I don't know.
Cindy Watts.
A lot.
That's a good question right there, too.
Oh,
That
really?
Shanann was on her back. Well, the autopsy does not match that. The finger, the pattern, the bruises don't match that. The bruising internally does not match that. So, you can believe that, then we have to then have the conversation about the autopsy being completely alive.
Can you explain
So,
why
I don't
Cindy
know.
Watts thinks she's entitled
I don't know
to
how to
any
do
of their life
I don't
insurance
know how to-
money?
I don't know how to explain that to you guys because
That's a good question there, too.
The
'cause
autopsy, what's available there.
that family does
only
not
matches
deserve it
Chris's first story.
whatsoever, man.
Did Chris have the bloodshot eye thing he lied about? The details of the second confession, as far as the crime part goes, wasn't true. And like I said, that's the irony, I guess, of all of this.
Why does the Watts family think they're
Everyone
entitled to
wants
any
get
of their
to
life
the
insurance
curb
money?
for the very first confession, but that's when it matches the evidence. They want to believe the second confession because it clears Shanann's name, but it doesn't match the evidence. So I guess if you want to believe it because emotionally it makes you feel better, then I get that too. So I
Who says Cindy
understand why some
Watts
people
thinks
wanna
she's
live
entitled
in
to some of the
fairyland
insurance money? That
or
is the
in-
ridiculous thing I've ever
they
heard.
believe the second
You dumb
confession
bitch.
because they don't
They
deal with what evidence
We're
is there or
fighting.
and so I think that if you're looking at the evidence and the facts, well, then clearly the second confession does not line up with the evidence. And then, I mean, there's little things like in that where he was talking about, Shannon saying I can see the kids again. And then he was concerned about, if you're going with the premeditation part, then clearly he wouldn't be concerned about her feelings or these certain little things. And he's describing, not wanting to come home and have to knock on the door and cause a scene. Well,
his family never accepted that he killed Shanann and his daughter. It's so sad they were still in denial. I get they love him no matter what, but this is sick.
It is. It's disgusting.
A lot of people have talked about, as far as evidence goes, were the girls killed earlier. I know they were not. Based on the autopsy, there was not pool marks as far as them being passed away for a long period of time. And one way to prove
the Watts fought for Shanann and the girls' life insurance money. Thank you.
In their abdomens, so they didn't have a first pool of blood and some blanching.
They don't deserve shit, man.
For a certain amount of time and then
Pieces
being
of
moved.
shits.
They just had marbling
All of
in
them,
their
dude.
stomach. And then
So why does the Watts family
had
believe they're entitled to any of the life insurance
some
money?
blanching along her right thigh, and her right abdomen, side of her belly. And that was from being in the ground. Okay, let's see.
Okay. I'm trying to see if anybody else is saying this.
Can you answer if Chris is saying she killed the kids or is his family saying that? That's his very first confession. It's Chris. Why would you be doing this if he agreed? He would have a defense attorney, not you. Actually, this is exactly what we want. We want to be having these conversations. I mean, I've mentioned this before. Look at the Scott Peterson case. A lot of people who have gone back to court do exactly this. They start talking about what had happened, and they start.
I will send him an eye care with
guys,
soups and
isn't
chips
that what everyone wanted?
if he will hit me up once.
Everyone wanted answers. Everyone wanted
Wow,
that.
what?
Fucking nasty ass whores, psycho,
That's what we have to do because
narcissist.
there has been nothing but lies in the media. Period.
Somebody else said it.
It's
Why did
been
Chris volunteer to go to the
so
site that
dishonest.
morning? It was unlike him, and he made sure
the
no one would be there.
prosecution
Oh, she repeated the exact same thing I did.
Yeah.
That is
did their part
verbatim
in making
exactly
sure
what I
they-
said.
Yeah.
Literally exactly what I said, and
in
somebody
their
else is
press
saying it now too.
packets
Yeah.
Shared everything.
That's a good question.
that
Does she
was
want to answer it?
false.
No.
I mean,
So why did Chris
the gas
volunteer to go to the
station
site that
photos,
morning? He was
clearly
unlike
that
him, and he
was
made sure no one
discovery.
would be
They got
there.
those pictures. They were the ones that shared that. An image of the guy in the orange shirt versus Chris in the white shirt. Clearly, Chris did not have a beard that morning or did not grow it the hour he went to work.
Okay, so
And
I
shaved
love
back off
this.
again. And they also had Chris's GPS. So to even put that in a press packet, it's ridiculous. I mean, they knew that he didn't stop at a gas station. He was on top of the fact that he was eating healthy and working out a lot.
See, that's the same exact thing I'm writing. So she must have like copied and pasted that, and now somebody else.
Yeah. Or,
So if we all just start saying that comment, just everybody start saying it, maybe
Yeah.
we'll get an answer. But
Yeah.
you got some fucking weirdos on here.
Yeah, modeling. Yeah. They put in. Let's see. Hold on. Answer my. I don't see her. I thought I answered one of her questions. I don't. Emily's question.
Oh my god, just answer me. I'm gonna keep saying. I'm gonna get blocked. I got a feeling.
yeah.
She's blocking a bunch of people.
I saw Nicole Kessinger. I'm not Nicole Kessinger.
She's got to see my fucking comments, dude. I
She does.
posted those that same comment.
Like
It's
100
been
She's put in time out.
It's been at least 15 now.
When people act silly in here, you guys, I mean, you have to realize I don't have to answer anyone's
Don't.
questions. There's a lot of people in here. The comments moving fast, and I'm answering.
It
or
is. It's
answering.
all on me. You're good.
He's saying he killed the kid.
She just says I don't have to answer the comments. A lot of people
later
are asking questions. Because she knows that, you know what I mean?
Okay, I think you asked a question a different way already. Yeah, his later confessions are that they're not true. I mean, clearly, if you match it with the evidence, that's obvious. They do not match. Not in the slightest. Yeah, like it or not, everyone is entitled to due process. That's true.
Somebody said Chris saw Shanann kill their children and then killed Shanann in a crime of passion.
But won't it take the
He
state
freaked
from when
out
they went
and panicked and had to quickly dispose of the bodies. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, if they want to say that, but
Oh
it
my
doesn't match
God.
the evidence. So if that, I mean, that's the funny thing is if they were going there for truth and not just to, like Tammy said, I had to hear him say Shanann wasn't responsible for anything, that he took responsibility for everything. So you can hear that if you listen to that interrogation. I mean, even in the very beginning says, I don't want to talk about this. These are my girls. So if you pay attention to the interrogation pattern, yeah, they clearly were not leaving it until he said what they wanted to say. And like I said, that if it comes into play in court, cool, because it doesn't match the evidence. And like I said, then we have the issue of DA having one story.
Ooh, this is a
originally and
long
then
live
changing
chat,
the story
man.
later. That's gonna be an issue.
So no word as to why he wanted to go to the oil site alone that morning before the murder was even happening.
I didn't say the Zoom call. You can't hear the Zoom
Oh, is that what
calls.
you asked?
Yeah.
Or
They
said?
won't allow that.
I just said that.
Alright.
When we get Perfect on board with this, well, I wish I could. Yeah, we will have that our next phone call. He's actually going to make a statement because of so much stuff that's been said right now that's not true. He wants to make a statement about that.
She just won't answer me.
Nope.
Because she's got nothing good to say
She's
about
not
that.
answering a lot of people, though. And she's-
Anne-Marie, if you
Because
go
there's
to
no
my-
reason.
Yep.
If you go to
She's just a
the
bigger
only
piece of
reason-
shit.
enactment, that is
Is because
physical.
she can't answer those because he did it.
It matches.
She can't explain something that
It matches the autopsy.
makes him guilty. You know, does
Yeah.
it make sense?
Like I
Yeah,
said,
that makes sense.
I would love for someone to create your own. I would love that, and then share it with me. I would love to see it.
I would love for you to go in the hole.
For heck's sake, you guys should be writing
Right?
to DA and asking him for his own version because he's changed it twice. So, where's Kessinger? We have no idea. Should Privy speak to Chris Watts? I mean, I already played his
Oh my God.
Dodge call. I mean, I have the picture for this video is going to be my Zoom visit that I had with him tonight. But you're going to replay the voicemail part?
No.
Do that. Hold on.
Ugh.
$65. To hear the charge,
A bunch of these.
call, press or say 2. To accept this call, press or say
Can't you get that anyway?
Yeah.
To repeat this
You can make
call,
your
Well,
own
no,
shit
you
up.
can't make your own because of his name, but it's been on discovery documents. It's on
Right.
tapes.
or say
Anybody
So-
could have that.
Right.
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
Christopher Watts.
an inmate at Dodge Correctional Institution. Your
Okay.
That's all she plays, really.
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
so I saw a question from Elsie that
You're
said,
fake.
when arrested, his defense asked for DNA from SW, but Judge
damn.
denied request. Was that due to issues or television?
She will not answer me. I thought she said a
television.
request from Chelsea.
They
I thought she
wanted
said my
that.
name.
Well, actually, they had a specialist that was coming. I think it's Holland. I'll double check on that. But they did have a specialist that was en route, literally, to them when they got the call. Like, I think the guy was honestly like 3 minutes away, and they got the call that it was denied, which I think is silly. He was waiting for his dad to come into town. He wanted to talk to his dad first. Are you speaking to him? Yeah, I speak to him. I had a Zoom call with him earlier tonight.
I'm about to go inside.
And that
Yeah,
will be,
I'm about to end this one anyways.
the image
It's
for
real
this
long.
video will be that email confirmation.
I mean, other than that,
Yeah,
she's just as crazy as he is.
Clubbed their necks, but they did want to have.
And this was a live chat that started at, what,
I guess-
11:45?
yeah, I
dealt
guess.
with oil and forensics and all that stuff. So
You good?
that recording is available on YouTube. Where is that available at? That's my personal phone. I have like 4 in a row. I don't think that that's available on YouTube, except for my previous intro before that I shared with that.
All right, let's go inside.
But that's my I mean, I could post a picture.
Inside
of
we
my
go.
collar if you like.
Yeah.
Wait. I mean, like I said, if you're questioning if I speak to Chris, then you can, when this video's done, you can look at the main picture. It'll be there. It's my email confirmation. That's silly.
I'm gonna go in here.
All right.
Hold it away from me.
Yeah.
This is raw.
Raw footage.
Does he want a trial? I mean, he wants to go to court for sure. Why won't you show what? Mom, your ramblings. Show what? Can I post a picture in my chat?
Post my
Like I
comments
said,
again.
I mean, go to my very first video. It's a package I got from Chris. Is that what you guys are all worried about? Because I'm not actually talking to Chris. Is that what it is?
She's not gonna answer it. I'm telling you right now.
I wonder if she has my comments blocked.
No.
I don't know if I'd be able to see post block. I don't know. Or
Where
if
are
she has
you?
them private.
No, it's still.
I know. Committed a crime. No kidding. Mom, your ramblings. What can I help you with? You're very demanding. Holy cow. I'm just sorry, you guys. There's a lot of people in this chat. One person. It's just not for one person.
Well, you took up the challenge on it, dum dum.
Mommy ramblings. You're hard to please, sister. Well, when this video is over, you'll be able to see my picture on the outside. Actually, Mommy ramblings, guess what? To calm your little sweetheart down, I'll make a video just for you. How about that? With
Mommy-
the email from Dodge
Mommy
to
Rambling
me
makes a lot of
and
videos
with my
about the
college
Chris Watts
degree from
case.
Dodge. Will that slow you down?
Talk shit about Kim.
Hope so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Because Kim needs to get her brain checked.
no
She needs
payoff.
a scan.
Hey,
Oh,
Dr.
absolutely.
Phil,
Yeah.
talk about that. I mean, that video.
Now Kim is this lady, right? Okay, I
People
thought.
who are going to
Had a
defend a
show on
murder
this
that kills their whole
case, trying to
family, and
sleep.
especially in the way he did.
I wanted
Right.
to say that Chris brutally broke the
It
rule,
is very,
which was
like-
a complete lie.
What's the word I'm
So,
looking
like I said,
for?
be very
Like,
careful what you listen to.
foreshadowing. Because it's like, if they're going to defend somebody who does that, what are they capable of?
Right.
If she's going to sit there and defend him for that, what is she capable of?
Yeah, that kind of makes sense there.
You're in the light like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
When did Chris go back to his original confession? He hasn't left that.
You can probably
People
see
agree
it.
with what's wrong. I know, people are insane.
There, I got it. I just had
I
it.
don't know.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
did?
there's a lot
You're
of
not very
emotion
good
about
at
this,
taking
I
YouTube
guess.
videos, are you?
Well, I'm still learning. Obviously. I mean, it's fine, you know, to be doing what we're doing, but. Yeah, you caught that one probably.
She will not answer me.
No,
Yeah, they
she's
did,
not going to.
Sensationalize this case for sure.
Why do you have it on your face?
What?
Why do you have it on your face?
I don't know.
Lisa and Cam to the Butt family? No, she had nothing to do with this.
So I am really trying to understand how there are so many people who are on his side and her side, and that's scary.
No,
It
he's
is.
gonna
How
be
many
fine
actually
at
people out
35C.
there in the world like
Today
that?
was
Yeah.
actually the 2-year anniversary from him being sentenced. No. So you guys understand that Wisconsin interrogation
Ooh, it looks scary.
was
When I know.
for the interrogator because they weren't
idiots.
leaving that until he gave them a story. That's why, if you pay attention to that, it doesn't match the autopsy. I mean, come on, you guys, have to be smarter than that.
Oh, really? We got to be smarter
And like
than that,
I
you
said, the
fucking.
Cato one, too, it doesn't match the autopsy. Clear content for the next live, perfect.
Peace.
No, it's not the 35C will be filed hopefully within the next few months.
The only fault that Chris Watson wasn't covered, his and his parents. Why no defense lawyer? Because Chris Watson didn't want a trial. That's what somebody said.
You can't record this call. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap this video up. Thanks for being on here.
Oh.
Man.
Like I said,
She never
the
answered
questions
me.
that people
No.
ask that are, I mean, you're not wanting an answer. So I answer those questions because it doesn't. I mean, there's no point to it.
There's no point to that question that I asked because
Right.
you can't explain it
Right.
without him sounding guilty, which he is.
Oh, for sure.
There's no answer to it because the only answer points to his
No, that's
guilty
not.
verdict.
I think you are confused. I don't think she's paying attention. That's when you miss the phone call and go to voicemail.
Please answer my question. She still ain't gonna answer, even if you say, please answer
No,
my
because she
question.
knows that's going to point to his guilty.
Yeah.
Him being guilty.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. These are going so fast. Yeah, you can email me at chriswatts@gmail.com.
Maybe I should email her.
Yeah, and see what it says.
And then we can do like a
Even if she
follow-up.
respond-
Then we can do like
yeah.
a follow-up video.
Yeah.
Ew, why is...
Yeah.
My skin looks so bad right now. Ugh. Because I'm on my period.
Okay, I'm
Breaking
gonna be
out.
having to put some people in timeout because they're just.
That was a random thing to say.
What? I'm just looking at my skin. It looks like shit right now.
Yeah. So, Cato's book, he wanted his testimony written. And I think it was in her first book, she even posted it, that Chris wrote to her because she wanted him to account, like, basically for the Wisconsin confession. And she wouldn't write the book unless it was about that, I guess. I think Chris does something like, I know that you won't write this book to share my testimony if I say anything but I did it all. Actually, I'll give you an opinion on that, about how this attorney's handled this, which is actually, if you think about it, kind of a genius play. Look at Scott Pearson. He went through the trial process and was found guilty, and it's taken 15 years to get back into court. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of checkmate play when there's a plea deal, because if you could do a 35C, you get right back into court. So, I think that's actually pretty genius.
I've literally asked the same question over 30 times.
So why did Chris volunteer to go to the site that morning? It was unlike him, and he made sure no one would be there with him. Please explain.
And like be silly, but that's why I have comments off on my videos because of people acting like they aren't here right now. And I don't want people that are truly here for good reasons and for adult reasons to be bombarded by people who are not. I mean,
Who's there?
you guys have every right to be upset, but you don't have to act like this. It's crazy.
Who is acting? I mean, I'm not acting bad. I just want to know the answer to my question.
Right.
Please explain.
I have not sold anything. Okay, magazine.
Just explain why. And I know she has seen that question
Very unstable.
multiple times.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
seriously.
Multiple times.
Look at annoying people. There was 2 masks. The purple mask was upstairs, and then there was a second one. The patterns are not the same, people. Okay, guys, we're gonna end this because I do not want all these people on here being attacked. It becomes very productive. So, you guys can go back and take your attitudes to your own channels because I want this. You know, I don't like fucking people. But I also don't want to get to the point where these conversations are just people attacking each other. I don't think it gets us very far. So, it's because they're getting into time out.
What? You just don't want to answer all these questions. Not dumb questions.
Yeah.
But you don't want to answer all the questions.
And those are like really important questions.
Yeah.
She blocked so many and she also deleted so many.
Because the questions she won't answer are the ones that point to him being guilty.
Right, absolutely. She's just as clueless and
Sorry,
as
my
dumb.
voice. I'm washing my face.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's just some repetitive comments. I'm not gonna. I don't need to.
Repetitive comments because you haven't answered
Guys,
me.
I will be breaking down for those people that believe the Wisconsin discovery. You might not want to watch my next video because it might break a little heart. I'm gonna go through and debunk this and just go based upon stuff in the autopsy like I did for the first confession.
I cannot wait for her
All right,
next
guys,
video.
have a good night.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk to you soon.
Just so you can rip. But it's just,
Oh my God,
I just don't get it.
There
Especially
is something wrong with her.
there is. Obviously, I'm glad for her ex-husband that left her.
That's what I heard, but who knows? That's what I heard.
I mean, I would.
But during the course of that,
Yeah.
I did hear somebody whispering in the background. It might not have been her husband or supposedly, but I did hear somebody whispering in the background.
Whispering what?
I don't know, just whispering stuff to her. Like questions or something, or like
Oh,
just making comments in the background. I don't know who it was, but
gotcha. Hey, your thing just went off.
yeah, because she's done.
Oh. Okay, so